Yo, it's the Blind Wolf back at it again. Like to give a big shout out to the big homie Banky Pound, TBP Nation. Big shout out to the homie J Hardcore, JBT Boxing News. And we gonna get back into the Blind Wolf stories. Let's go, Wolfpack. Alright. Last time I was talking to y'all, I was telling y'all how when I was walking through the shower area, I kind of got into an altercation with a dude. And my homeboy stepped up and, kind of diffused the situation. And he came back and he told me that he could kind of see that it was something going on with me and he had my back for real. And this another, true comrade that just was stepping up. So, Rec get over that day. You know what I mean? I don't really remember too much after that. You know what I mean? We sat back there and we were smoking for a little bit, but, stuff started running through my mind. I wasn't really paying attention to everything that everybody else was paying attention to. I started, really thinking about like what's going on with me. So I get back in my cell that night, and this particular night, my bunk buddy, he was cooking for us. So he had his bowl of food, he had my bowl of food, and brought it up into the cell. So get up in the cell, and when I get in there, I'm starting to really think about what being said to me, like, I see you and I got you. So I'm starting to think like how many other people see me and don't really got me. So it's starting to make me kind of like get paranoid. So now it's got me really wanting to watch everybody. So now, as my bunk buddy moving around the cell, I noticed that I'm paying attention to what he's doing a little bit more. I'm really trying to squint to see, what he's doing. Because I don't want nobody doing nothing that I really don't know what you're doing. Paranoia is really starting to set in with me because, like I said, I haven't really talked to people about this stuff, but now I'm being, basically told that, yeah, bro, we see, it's something wrong, we got you. But that just let me know also that I had some dudes that really knew me, and that's a good thing in a way. Well, this still my bunk buddy, and he and I we kind of built up a good relationship, for just meeting in the penitentiary, meeting at this cell, and we kind of was getting along really well, but just that little bit of conversation from Baines letting me know that he see me. It's making me think like, man, people could be plotting on me. And I don't really know this dude like that. All I know is I'm hoping that he don't try nothing crazy because I'm gonna go crazy in this cell. That's all I'm thinking at this point. Like my mind is kind of like flipping. Like, man, don't be trying to do no slick stuff, sneaking and stealing little stuff from me here and there, and I catch wind of it. But fortunately, I never went through that with Chuck Murrow, and I'm grateful for that. But this just go to show you like how paranoia is starting to set in with me. I would come out the cell and we would be standing there on a tier, holding on to the bars in front of the tier, and dudes be talking and walking up and down the tier, while you still locked on there, waiting to go out for rec, waiting to go down on the flats, waiting to go out in the yard, cafeteria, whatever, up into the auditorium. So like I was telling y'all before, I have the depth perception problem. So it looked like people closer to me than what they are. And as men, when you feel like somebody up in your space, you kind of like you want to brush them back, like, man, get up off me, man. So I would notice as people saying stuff to me, I was instantly kind of like starting to get into my feelings in my body about like Like, why you so close talking to me? But the whole time, dude, they ain't even really close to me. But I'm creating situations without really paying attention to the fact that this is my disability causing an extra problem. But I'm not noticing this at the time. I'm just getting paranoid. Like everything is starting to like change. It seems like now everything that seemed normal is no longer normal. Everything is a little bit more amplified, and I'm paying attention to stuff so much more that it's got me to a point where I really don't even want to talk to people. I just stand on the chair and I'm holding on the bars and I'm just looking up and down the chair. Quiet, quiet. One foot might be up on the bottom to the bars, you know, just standing there. And I slept B251, which is the very first cell on the second tier B block yard side. So where my cell was, I could look directly out the door going towards the cafeteria, the yard, the medical, anywhere you got to go in the penitentiary, you're going to walk through this particular door. And then the bubble is right downstairs below my cell. I can look in the bubble from my cell and see what OIC is in there. This kind of had me going through a little change. And I got into quite a few little arguments and stuff with people. And my homeboys will pull me up and be like, yo, why you do that? Why you snap on X, Y, and Z? All he was doing was sorry. I'm like, yo, he was all up in my face. They're like, yo, he was really not even that close to you. So this is starting to change me. And I go back and I be thinking about this stuff and I can't get this stuff off my mind. Sometimes I can't really, you know, absorb what's going on throughout the day in the penitentiary because I'm paying so much attention to the fact that my life, like my everyday movement is changing. Like I can't tell what you're doing for real. And I didn't know that losing your peripheral meant what it meant. It didn't really sink in at the time. So if I'm looking you in your face, I really can't see what your hands are doing. So it got me doing like this. I'm looking people up and down. That's something to do. Like, yo, why are you looking at me like that? That's something that's getting ready to cause a whole nother type of argument and problem. And mind you, you in prison. Everybody tough. Everybody want to be tough, but the whole time I'm really trying to, get the view that everyone else is getting. When you can see in a 360-degree spectrum, you have the opportunity of seeing what most people are seeing. When you seeing in the spectrum that I'm seeing in pieces. And it's all new. And I'm not getting my medicine like that, so I'm in pain too. So I'm walking around and my eyes are squinting up most of the time, which makes you look like you what? Angry. And that don't do nothing but cause more and more problems. So as I'm walking around squinting, trying to look and see what's going on, I see dudes mean mugging and looking back at me crazy. But the whole time, this is all starting to cause tension and paranoia to start flickering around in my brain. And the whole time, I'm in prison. I'm in a place where, these types of moves could get somebody to chop you up, hit you with that lock in the sock, get you up out of there. Bunch of dudes jump on you. And mind you, I'm over the penitentiary where they love to bank you at. They love to put that hot pocket on you, that lock in the sock. Yeah, I'm talking about put it on you. But I'm really not in a position where I can go to a case manager or a counselor and I can get some real therapy for my mental situation because my mind is now taking a different, set of scare tactics, or should I say, defenses. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared. I'm scared. I can't really tell how many people are around me. All these people moving around are starting to become flashes, and I refuse to be chained to a bed. All of this is starting to become a big, big cycle of mental instability. It's got me like on a roller coaster, like I'm all over the place. I'm not, you know, I'm not the best person to really come at crazy at this time, because I might just do something that could, injure somebody for the rest of their life. I get injured for the rest of my life, or run my time up because my paranoia got me all over the place. And it has me wanting to be by myself, but all in the same token, I can't see nothing like that. So I want people around me to be able to help me when I need help. It's a weird and messed up situation to be in, because you want help, but you don't want to let people know that you need help. Man, this is hard to deal with. And I'm in a place where if you show the slightest bit of weakness, they're going to use that against you. So I might be coming to somebody for help, like, yo, help me count how many noodles I got. And just say, for instance, I ordered 24, they steal 4 of them. No, it was only 20 of them in here. But your hands moving so fast, I can't tell that you stole something from me. Even though I ain't gonna ask somebody to count no noodles or nothing, that's just giving a little prime example, on how somebody could be just doing something real slime ball. But dudes do stuff like that. And I've gone through situations where people have touched my things and thought that because I was blind that I wasn't gonna notice. When I start measuring and calculating everything in a different way, by feel, not by sight, by feel. And I could tell you, if you touch my stuff, I know it from the slightest little movement. I ain't got to see it, I can just feel it. That's how good I got with everything in my cell, all of my property, because I wanted to know that my stuff was safe. And fortunately, I had a bunk buddy that never gave me the problems of coming into my cell and feeling that my stuff has been moved around, something been tampered with. Because I set traps. I ain't gonna lie in the beginning. I set all kinds of traps, and he passed every test with flying colors. Kudos, Chuck Murray, my first bunk buddy that, showed big love to me in this particular situation of losing my eyesight in prison. But that didn't take away the fact that I still looked at him with a shifty eye too. I was looking at everybody with a shifty eye, even my homeboy. I didn't trust anything. Like, my paranoia had gone through the roof. But I had to learn how to, adjust to this, because it was causing a lot of altercations. I was getting ready to get into a beef with a few of the dudes this BGF. And fortunately, it didn't go as far as it was about to go. And it was over something petty. And I was the cause. My paranoia. I told the dude, step the hell back, away from me. And he like, yo, why you talking to me like that? I'm like, yo, get back away from me. And with my aggression, that made him become aggressive. And he had one of his homeboys right there. And it was getting ready to go down right there. And it was for nothing. It was for nothing. He actually was trying to pass my bunk buddy something, who was inside of the cell. I'm standing outside of the cell waiting for them to come through and pop cells, and all he was doing was handing them something. And he spoke to me. And he spoke to me. This just lets you know how much paranoia, can have you even snapping on somebody that's, not even doing nothing to you, not thinking anything crazy about you. So my bump buddy, he come to me like, yo, why you do that? So I say to him, why I do what? He like, yo, why you snap on shorty like that when all he was doing was bringing me what he was supposed to been bringing to you, and y'all just spoke to each other. He was like, I'm gonna tell you this because I feel like you man enough to hear this. You was wrong. You was wrong, and you really need to, take some time out to really think about how this stuff is mentally messing with you. Because I'm paying attention to it as well. Like, I got you, and I know what's going on with you, so I don't hold nothing, personal. But everybody don't know what's going on with you, and you can't be just, zapping out on people because you think they doing something. But the whole time I'm in prison, and I can't really take that chance too. It's it's always been the saying, better to catch you with it or without it. But that can go, you know, another way too, because you ain't got to have nothing. You know what I mean? You can just be with it. So in prison, you got to be the one that's with it. You ain't got no joint or nothing like that to be getting caught with. You got to be what's being caught with. You got to be the weapon, and you taught to be like that. But the whole time, I'm in a situation where I'm over paranoid and I'm causing problems. So the next time the doors popped open, I walked straight down there to Shorty, and I was like, "Look, let me holler at you real quick." So his homeboy and him, they was actually getting ready to go and get with the rest of the BGF dudes and set the move up. I walked straight up to her, I was like, "Look, Bump Buddy just talked to me. I apologize. I was dead ass wrong." He let me know, man to man what's going on, and he was letting me know that my particular, stuff that's going on with me, I can't let it, go out here and affect nobody else. And fortunately enough, you know what I mean, my little man, he was a cool dude and he understood. And not saying that, he really, let it all the way go, but I came to him before, things got to the situation where as though he had a chance to link up with his homeboys and they came and tried to bust a move on me. Now, mind you, I wasn't doing that because I was scared. I'm doing that because I'm a man. And if I do something that I ain't supposed to be doing, I ain't got no problem with apologizing. You know what I mean? If I caused the problem, which I already was starting to feel like I was doing these types of things anyway because my paranoia was all over the place. But I'd rather be aggressive and ready than, you know, timid and let people see that there's something going on with me and people try to take advantage of it. Stuff start getting a little bit more different and deep as we go a little bit more on into these stories. We're getting to know a lot more about how I navigated and learned how to stomp these boots through these prison yards and meet up with some dudes that actually became good comrades. I gained some great knowledge from, helped me out in situations that most people wouldn't know how to deal with. And these brothers were there with me, there for me as best as they could be. They couldn't be there for everything, but throughout my bit, I was blessed with people to come along and be there for me. But these are situations that you don't want to put yourself through. Mind you, I have not said anything about going back to medical because they done forgot about me again. And this is how your life will be, in prison. You straining your brain about all of this stuff that's going on and you still not even getting the medical attention that you need. Remember, them 5 P's. Properly plan for your life. Proper planning prevents poor performance. So when you properly planning for your life, you doing something that's going to last long into your life. It's going to help you years down the road. You don't want to be just doing stuff spare of the moment, off of the whim. You really want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for greatness. So make sure that that's a part of your everyday goals, setting yourself up for greatness. It's the Blind Wolf, and I'll be back at you tomorrow. Y'all be good.